Have you ever wondered who would win a showdown between the two legendary gods Zeus, the king of the Olympians, and the All-Father Odin? Both the gods are considered to be the strongest within their respective pantheons. They're also the wisest and most respected. But if they had ever met in battle, who would have won? To answer this question, we'll need to take a closer look at their powers and how they stack up against the other. Also, just for the record, we're talking about the mythological gods here, not the gods in the Marvel movies. At a glance, both Zeus and Odin have their fair share of similarities, not just in their appearance as wise old bearded men, but also in their strength and wisdom that help them gain roles of leadership. Even their origin stories are strikingly similar. Both the gods claimed the throne ruling the world after defeating their predecessors who would turn tyrants. They did so by fighting long wars that they won with the help of their siblings, and both fought several adversaries in battle before assuming kingship. They are both symbols of authority and looked at as father figures in their respective mythologies. And while both are fair-minded rulers, they are known to be temperamental and easy to anger. But that's where the similarity ends and the differences begin. Zeus is the god of thunder and the embodiment of strength and power. Odin is the god of war and death as well as the god of the poets. And while Zeus's strength is portrayed through his thunder, lightning, and storms, Odin is known to be one of the most powerful magicians amongst the Asir gods. He was also the god of wisdom who sacrificed his life to gain all the secret knowledge of the worlds. Literature also portrays the two differently. Zeus is always shown with his thunderbolt, mighty and strong, wearing fancy attire befitting a king. Odin, on the other hand, is more often portrayed as a poor traveler who walks the world always searching. Zeus is associated with the skies as the god of the skies, having won the right to rule the heavens when drawing lots with his brothers. Odin is seen more as a folk god due to his love of adventure and traveling and is unrecognized among humankind. Another evident difference would also be in their personality traits. Odin was a warrior god who was mostly mild-tempered and encouraging of brave soldiers who fought with their lives. He is often described as fierce and mysterious. He was a seeker of knowledge and never stopped learning. Zeus was not only short-tempered, but his lustful nature was also his biggest flaw, as he always sought out beautiful mortals and immortals to seduce. However, although Zeus was easily angered, he was known for being merciful and for his prudent judgment. An important difference between the two gods is that of mortality. While Zeus, an Olympian and the successor of the Titans, is immortal and cannot be killed, Odin, fashioned after humanity, is a mortal god with a predestined fate to die during Ragnarok. As the Lord of the skies and heavens, Zeus has the power to control thunder, lightning, and storms with his weapon, the thunderbolt. Using this, he strikes down every opponent and obstacle that dares to cross his path. Zeus is also known for his prophetic powers that allow him to look into the future and avoid any predicaments, which is exactly what he did when Hera planned a coup with the deposed Titans. He also had the power to shapeshift into any form, whether living or non-living. However, he tended to waste this power to pursue his lovers. Odin is a skillful master of the runes and a powerful magician. With his weapon of choice, Gungnir, an ancient spear made of Uru metal unique to the Asgardian dimension, he became the strongest amongst the Asir gods. He is the wisest in all the 9 realms, and received all the secret wisdom of the worlds by sacrificing one of his eyes into the well of Mimir. He hung himself on the Yggdrasil tree of life for 9 days and nights just to gain the ability to read runes. He was a creator, and his first piece of creation was the world fashioned out of the body parts of Ymir. In a battle of pure brute strength, it is obvious that Zeus would emerge victorious. The strongest Olympian's muscle power is a fact that is widely known. There are several detailed accounts of how Zeus uses powers along with the thunderbolt to punish his enemies in one strike. One of the most famous is the battle between Zeus and the monsters Typhon and Echidna, sent by Gaia as a revenge for defeating and imprisoning her children, the Titans, in Tartarus. Even the war Titanomachy between the Olympians and the Titans showcased his strength and leadership. In comparison, Odin's physical strength is rather mysterious and vague. Even the battle with Ymir is not explained fully, and although a warrior himself and a celebrated god of the heroes, physical strength is not his forte. And even a god as strong as Odin would not hold a candle to the might of Zeus's thunderbolt, that has the reputation of vanquishing even primordial immortals and Zeus's greatest foes in all of the universe. Being a mortal god, the stakes are against Odin to come out unscathed from the thunderbolt strike. The The only ray of hope for Odin is his mysterious ancient spear Gungnir, which may hold its own against the Thunderbolt. But being a masterpiece of the greatest craftsman, the Cyclopes, the Thunderbolt is a tough rival to beat. Odin is unrivaled in his magical prowess and the ability to understand runes. With this knowledge, there is a likelihood that he could defeat Zeus. Since runes enable the reader to understand and use magic, Odin could easily counter Zeus's Thunderbolt. Adding to his advantage, Odin with his runes has control over all the elements, while Zeus only has absolute control over elements related to the sky, such as rain, lightning, thunderstorms, and winds. Shapeshifting is his only other magical ability, which allows him to transform even into rays of sunlight. But there's an issue. Although Odin has shamanic powers, they are not on par with Zeus's prophetic abilities, which enable him to perceive all future dangers. This would allow him to be prepared or to avoid the battle altogether. So, in terms of magical powers, while Odin is more knowledgeable, it's hard to say who would win in this category. Both have powers that will allow them to read the plans of the other and take action accordingly. This one's a toss-up. Although there would be no clear winner in a battle of wits and wisdom, since both the gods are known for being cunning and wise, Odin would have an edge over Zeus due to his desire to constantly learn. Though wise in his own right, Zeus usually used his powers to satisfy his own needs and did not have the love of learning that Odin has. Odin sacrificed his eye to gain wisdom over everything in all the worlds. This should indicate just how much wisdom mattered to him. This, coupled with his willingness to outwit, gives him a fighting chance against Zeus. With the help of his ravens who bring him information, Odin could outsmart Zeus in a battle and turn the tables even though he may be at a disadvantage physically. In terms of leadership, both Zeus and Odin have an equal footing, as both gods have plenty of experience in leading their companions on the battlefield as well as in ruling over the world. So back to the question, who would win in a battle between these two powerful gods? All things considered, Zeus would probably win in a physical showdown. After all, he's immortal, has immense power, and wields the Thunderbolt. Odin, however, could outsmart him in a battle of wits and magic, and perhaps even use his knowledge to best Zeus in a physical battle. Who do you think would win between the two legendary gods? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and consider subscribing to our channel. Thanks for watching.